One rainy Manchester evening, a stray click on my wife's laptop unveiled a hidden folder called Work Stuff, a Pandora's box that spilled secrets and shattered the cozy life we'd built with our cups of tea and quiet laughs. In our terraced house in Didsbury, the patter of rain against the window a familiar soundtrack to my evenings. My name's Tom Hargreaves, a 38-year-old IT consultant who'd always prided myself on my knack for fixing things, computers mostly, but I thought I'd fixed my marriage too. My wife, Sophie Ellis, 36, was a marketing manager with a sharp wit and a love for a good Sunday roast. We'd been married 10 years, raising our 8-year-old son Ollie in a life of British predictability, school runs, Coronation Street marathons, and the odd pint at the local. But that night, with Sophie at her late meeting, I borrowed her laptop to check an email, and a hidden folder caught my eye. Work Stuff sounded innocent enough, tucked away in a maze of files. Curiosity got the better of me. After all, I'm a techie at heart. Inside were photos, not of spreadsheets or campaigns, but of Sophie with a man I didn't know, laughing at a pub, strolling along the Peak District, sharing a kiss under an umbrella. There were messages, too, saved as PDFs, from someone named Gareth, a colleague she'd mentioned in passing. "Can't wait for our next escape, love. You're my muse," one read. My chest tightened. These weren't work files. They were a secret life, documented with the care she once gave our wedding album. When Sophie came home, rain dripping from her coat, I confronted her in our cluttered kitchen, the folder open on her laptop. "Who's Gareth, Soph?" I asked, my voice cracking like a lad's on his first date. She froze, her usual cheeky grin replaced by a pale stare. After a long silence, she admitted it. Gareth was a creative director she'd met on a project. Their work trips had turned into a 2-year affair, the folder her way of keeping it hidden. She cried, saying she'd lost herself in the thrill but never stopped loving me. The betrayal stung like a cold Manchester wind, and I sent her to the spare room that night. The next days were a fog of hurt. I told my mate Dave, a burly plumber from the pub, who called it a right kick in the teeth. Ollie sensed the tension, asking why Mummy was sad. I couldn't bear to break his world, so I kept it from him, focusing on footy practice instead. I considered divorce, the papers looming in my mind, but something held me back. Memories of Sophie teaching Ollie to ride his bike, her laughter at my terrible jokes. One evening, I found her crying over old family photos, and we talked, really talked, for the first time in years. Under the soft glow of our living room fairy lights on a crisp August evening, with Ollie asleep upstairs, I looked at Sophie, her eyes red, her hands trembling as she reached for mine. The hidden folder had exposed her betrayal, but it also forced us to face the cracks we'd ignored. I didn't forgive her fully that night, not yet, but I agreed to therapy, for Ollie and for the love that still flickered beneath the pain. As the rain tapped gently outside, I squeezed her hand, feeling the weight of our past and the fragile hope of our future. A reminder that even in the mess of a hidden folder, a British heart can find its way home.